Hola mi gente, what's up my people? It's GameBoyZero, and I'm excited to talk about my top 5 favorite cartoons from when I was a kid between ages of 1 and 10. I got my coffee, I got my boy Chucky.
This is fun!
Vamos, let's go. I was born on a cold day in New York City on January 1985. My neighborhood? Hell's Kitchen on 46th Street between 9th and 10th Avenue. That's right, I was the neighbor of the Daredevil. My parents had to go to work, so they would call on my abuela or grandmother, or as I would call her, Juanita Pa. So she would come over a while just to watch me. And when my abuela came, she would bring snacks, toys, and one specific item that baby GameBoyZero would never forget. A VHS tape, which was the beginning of my love for cartoons. On that VHS was... So while other children were probably watching Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers, or Barney, I was watching Thundercats. Thundercats had action and adventure. The stories were simple, but for a child, they were amazing. I wanted to be Lionel, leader of the Thundercats. I wanted his sword of omens. I wanted his claw shield. Thunder, thunder, Thundercats. Tally ho! All right, I know. Silverhawks is better than Thundercats? For me, yes. Maybe it was the shiny costumes, or maybe it was they were in outer space, maybe it was their Captain Stargazer, or maybe Monstar was scarier than Mumrar. Regardless, the stories and art were very similar, and there's a reason for that. They were made by the same studio. One thing I have to highlight though, the music was so good. The real Ghostbusters was my first spooky cartoon. It was kind of my entry into getting into Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps. It wasn't too scary, but it was definitely enough to catch my attention. Of course, being a musician, my favorite part of the show is the music. And definitely Slimer. Maybe it's something about the ooze, but Slimer was always eating and he always wanted to make a mess. Definitely made me laugh. But I can't talk about Ghostbusters without talking about this one episode and this one ghost. There was one episode that really frightened me, and it was the episode with the boogeyman. Just listen to this.
What have we here? A rather large toddler?
Nope. Just too many versions of Sonic the Hedgehog, but the one that captured me first was this one specifically. And one thing you might notice is the voice. Sound familiar?
Look what you did.
And for some reason, I really wasn't a fan of the video games. I mean, I could enjoy it and appreciate it, but the show I love. And again, the show was simple. Dr. Robotnik wanted to defeat Sonic. He would create traps with the help of his dumb minions, Scratch and Grounder. Sonic and Tails, they'd win. And I remember I would watch this most mornings before school with my brother, around 7 a.m. My brother and I loved it, man. But the real star of the show were the chili dogs.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles!
Just to number 1, speaking of cartoons making food look good, cartoon food, pizza. These turtles made cartoon pizza look so good. TMNT flat out is a huge part of every 80s and 90s kid. From the music, to the voices, to the toys, to the movies, TMNT did it right. And I know this video is supposed to focus on the cartoon, but the truth is that this was more than a show. I mean, I have a video game right here, and there's so many more than that. It was a culture that left a huge impact in my life in particular. So if you want to talk nostalgia, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on a Saturday morning, that is the pinnacle, the top of the mountain. I love these cartoons. And while there are so many other great ones out there, like He-Man, Smurfs, Looney Tunes, Tiny Toons, these are the 5 that truly impacted me. So now it's your turn. Post in the comments, what were your favorite cartoons? I want to know. Let's have a discussion and get to know each other. So if you got this far and enjoyed this video, do me a favor and please like and subscribe. If you can share this, then that's a huge one-up from me. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's go.